Good morning, my dear students. As I have told you yesterday, today we will do the differential part of the calculus. Okay. Now, differentiation concept you have already learned in class 11. Today we will learn about the various important formulae of differentiation, left hand derivative, right hand derivative, some important formulae related with the inverse trigonometric functions and the algebra of derivatives. Apart from that, we will see some question solving as well. Okay. So without wasting time, let's start. Okay. Now what is a differentiable function? A function f is differentiable at x is equal to a if limit x tends to a, f of x minus f of a by x minus a exists finitely. That is, if limit x tends to a minus f of x minus f of a by x minus a is equal to limit x tends to a plus f of x minus f of a by x minus a exist. That means this part is called as LHD and this part is called as RHD. That is, if LHD is equal to RHD, LHD means left hand derivative and RHD means right hand derivative. If a function f is differentiable at any point, then it must be continuous at that point. But converse is not necessarily true. You can write it under note. That means every differentiable function is continuous, but every continuous function is not differentiable. Now let us see some important formulae. If y is equal to f of x, then derivative of y with respect to x is written as dy by dx or y1 or f dash x. We can also use d by dx term as d, capital D. The second order derivative of y is equal to f of x is written as d square y by dx square or d by dx of dy by dx or y2 or f double dash x. Now these I have listed around 26 to 27 important formulae of the chapter derivatives. So d by dx of x to the power n is n x to the power n minus 1. D by dx of a constant term is always equal to 0. D by dx of f dash x is equal to 1 by 2 f dash root over of f of x is 1 by 2 root over of fx into f dash x. D by dx of f of x to the power n is n f of x to the power n minus 1 into f dash x. D by dx of 1 by fx is equal to minus 1 by f of x square into f dash x. Now these are the derivatives of trigonometric function. D by dx of sin x cos x, d by dx of cos x is minus sin x, d by dx of tan x is sec square x and d by dx of cot x is minus cos x square x. D by dx of sec x is sec x into tan x. D by dx of cosec x is minus cosec x into cot x. You have already learned the proof of derivative of trigonometric function by using first principle in your class 11. Also, d by dx of sine of f of x, this is based on chain rule, is equal to cos of f of x into f dash x. Okay. This is the inverse trigonometric function d by dx of, this is a separate link I will make for inverse trigonometric functions derivative. But still you should write down this formula. 1 by root over of 1 minus x square, d by dx of cos inverse x is minus 1 by root over of x square, d by dx of tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x square, d by dx of cot inverse x is minus 1 by 1 plus x square, d by dx of sec inverse x is 1 by x into root over of x square minus 1, d by dx of cosec inverse x is minus 1 by x into x square minus 1 root over. D by dx of e to the power x is e to the power x, and now tell me d by dx of e to the power f of x will be equal to what? e to the power f of x into f dash x. Similarly, d by dx of a to the power x, this how you will get the formula, the derivation. This is called logarithmic differentiation. We will learn about it. D by dx of log x is 1 by x. D by dx of log of f of x is 1 by f of x into f dash x. Now 24 to 27, these four are falling under algebra of derivatives. That means d by dx of f of x plus minus g of x is d by dx of f of x plus minus d by dx of g of x. D by dx of k into f of x is equal to k into f dash x. Here k is a constant. D by dx of f of x into g of x is a product rule, is first function constant into derivative of second function plus derivative of first function into second function constant. Okay, only g of x. Quotient rule also you have already learned. D by dx of f of x by g of x is g of x into f dash x minus f of x into g dash x divided by g of x whole square. Now what is the chain rule? If y is a function of x and x is a function of u, then y is a composite function of u. Then by chain rule, dy by du is equal to d by dx into dx by du. So that dx cancel, you are ultimately getting what? Dy by du. Okay, you can write here into dx by du. Alright. Now let us see how to solve a question based on the chain rule. Differentiate y is sine of cos x square. How you will do? Y is equal to sine of cos x square. So dy by dx is equal to d by dx of sine of cos x square. We have taken cos x square as u. Let u is equal to cos x square. So du by dx is equal to d by dp of cos p into dp by dx. D by dp of cos p is how much? Minus sin p. Again d by d, what is p? P is x square we have taken. Okay, d by dx of x square. So minus 2x, because d by dx of x square is 2x and minus is coming like that. So sine of x square. Now let's see, d by du of sine u is cos u into d by dx of u. U is, what is the value of du by dx? It is minus 2x sine of x square. I have written. So ultimately your answer should be minus 2x into sine of x square into cos of cos x square. Now these type of questions are very important. It is there in your textbook also, and the writing part is very important. Prove that f of x is equal to mod of x minus r, x minus 1, where x belongs to r, is not a differentiable function at x is equal to 1. A function is differentiable at x is equal to a if LHD is equal to RHD at x is equal to a. Now what is LHD? LHD is left hand derivative, that is limit x tends to 1 minus f of x minus f of 1 by x minus 1. That is limit h tends to 0 f of, now what is x? X is 1 minus h. Now when x tends to 1 minus, h tends to 0, because if x becomes 1, h becomes what? 0. So in place of x I will substitute 1 minus h minus f of 1. In place of x we will write 1 minus h minus 1. Now f of 1 minus h minus f of 1. Students, f of x is x minus 1 mod. So f of 1 will be 1 minus 1 mod. Now what is f of 1 minus h? You replace x with 1 minus h. 1 minus h minus 1. So 1 minus h, this is minus 1. What you are going to get? Like this. Then 1 1 cancel. You are going to get minus h mod by minus h. Mod of minus h is h. H cancel. You are getting minus 1. Now RHD is what? Limit x tends to 1 plus f of x minus f of 1 by x minus 1. So limit x tends to 0, f of 1 plus h minus f of 1 by f of 1 plus h minus 1. Because x, what we have taken, let x is equal to 1 plus h when x tends to 1 plus h tends to 0. Okay, then I think it will be clear. Now in place of x we will write 1 plus h minus f of 1. That is, I have written already, sorry, I have already written it. No need of writing it again. Alright, now f of 1 plus h minus 1. Why it is? Because f of x, you know, it is equal to x minus 1. So 1 plus h minus 1, because f of x is mod of x minus 1. This is in place of x minus 1. So it cancels, 1 minus 1 cancel. So mod of h minus 0 by h, you are getting 1. LHD was minus 1, RHD is 1. As LHD is not equal to RHD, so f is not derivable. Question number 3 is also very important. What is important here is you need to understand the greatest integer function. Along with that, the writing part. Question number 2 and question number 3, I want you people to write down a minimum 2-3 times. Understand and write the concept. Then only you will be confident. A function is differentiable or derivable at x is equal to a if LHD is equal to RHD at x is equal to a. Now LHD is left hand derivative, limit x tends to 1 minus f of x minus f of 1 by x minus 1. Limit x tends to 1 minus mod of x minus mod of, this is not mod, this is greatest integer function of x minus greatest integer function of 1 divided by x minus 1. Now in place of x we are substituting 1 minus h. Why? Because let x is equal to 1 minus h when x tends to 1 minus h tends to 0. So limit h tends to 0, 1 minus h minus 1 by 1 minus h minus 1. Now here we need to tell you one thing. H is actually what? A very small increment or decrement. Now suppose, let me take one example. 1 minus 0.01 greatest integer function, that is equal to 0.99 greatest integer function, and that is nothing but 0. Okay, so this reason is enough. So 1 minus h greatest integer function will be equal to 0 minus 1 by minus h. Alright, so this is nothing but minus minus cancel, 1 by h. 1 by h means 1 by 0. So that is what? Infinity. Since LHD does not exist, therefore f is not derivable at x is equal to 1. At x is equal to 2, because you have to check the differentiability not only at x is equal to 1 but also at x is equal to 2. LHD is equal to limit x tends to 2 minus f of x minus f of 2 by x minus 2. Now what we have done here, now you might be thinking, madam, where is the RHD? Since LHD does not exist, we don't need to find the RHD to show that it is derivable or not. LHD, because I have already told you in today's class, different types of discontinuities are there. Okay, so if one of the left hand derivative or right hand derivative does not exist, you don't need to show the another one. Okay, but in LHL and RHL you can always show it. Now here in this question, LHD is limit x tends to 2 minus f of x minus f of 2, that is limit x tends to 2 minus greatest integer function of x minus 2. Okay, so by definition means what you are understanding here, let x is equal to 2 minus h. Alright, now when x tends to 2, h tends to obviously, when x tends to 2 minus h tends to what? 0. You put here 2 minus 2 here, h tends to 0. So here what does it mean? Since 2 minus 0.01, what does it mean? It means 1.99 greatest integer function, this is nothing but 1. So 2 minus h greatest integer function is 1 minus greatest integer function of 2 is 2 minus h. This is 1 by h, that is infinity. Since LHD does not exist, therefore f is not derivable at x is equal to 2. Hence f is not derivable at x is equal to 2. Students, I will post some more important questions on the chain rule and the product rule. Tomorrow we will learn about the derivatives of implicit functions and derivative of parametric functions. Thank you. Take care.